We're actually in Galbally, and let's hope the reception is much better. But look at that for a beautiful, beautiful church. Absolutely stunning. And we're just going to have a look just under the clock. There is a fantastic picture, and it says donated by John and Janet Jackman. Isn't that gorgeous? In thanksgiving for 40 years of marriage. Hi John. Are we good, John? How's the reception? But look at that. Hi Connie. Are we good this time, guys? Hi Shelby. Thanks so much, guys. I'm so sorry for the reception. It's just like the area is not, it's not good. Hi Betty. Angel Song. Nice to meet you. So we're going to start here, and let's hope, please God, our reception is much better. So we'll take it from just up here and see how we go. You caught alive, Brenda. Texas, brilliant. Is the reception better, guys? This is Anastasia O'Rourke. She was 42 and she died in 1904. Good reception, Sally. Brilliant. It is really upsetting when you get to a location, reception is good, and then all of a sudden it goes wrong. And unfortunately, it's absolutely out of my hands. And I don't want to be putting up stuff that's just not good quality. Let's have a look. 1871 on this one. And it's John Tobin. He was 56 when he died. Children here as well. Moses, Margaret and Mary, who died, let me see, who died young. Also Mother Margaret Harper, who died 1849 and she was 55. So isn't that gorgeous? And we can see it's like a granite, beautiful design on that one. Absolutely gorgeous. And I'm just going to pan around here. Thanks Tom, it means a lot. And we've a few of these high crosses here as well, which are always lovely. Would you believe the rain is starting? Now hopefully it's just a little shower. This is erected by Nicholas Fortune in memory of his wife. She was 62 when she died in 1919, and Nicholas himself is there then as well. He died in 1935 at the grand age of 82. Isn't that gorgeous? And you can see Celtic designs there, and we've some flowers on it as well, which is always good to see. We've 1885 on this one, and if I can get in, let me see, also 3 children who died young. Now I'm going to go between the cross and the headstone and see if we can get a better look. Also 3 children who died young. Her daughter Anne, 1891, age 10, guys, only a baby, and it's quite hard to read it. Is it like a Michael? There's a 20-year-old here as well. So we've the rain, lads, but we'll keep going. And you can see the coloured, it's like a grey the way they go, but I kind of like that. It points you in the right direction every time. 1896 here. We have the 1900s as well. Anastasia Dempsey. So it's, I think, in memory of Anastasia Dempsey. And then looks like Nicholas. 1900, 1919. I think actually Nicholas might be, is it a surname, I wonder? Oh, the son is Nicholas. Let me see. 1919. There's Elizabeth there, 1922. And there's 1913. And here is the son. This one reads Pearl. There's a Richard Pearl. July 1858. Age just 20. So another young person in there. We've a tomb here. And I don't know whether we'll read that. I was saying the tombs are always much harder to read, and I believe it's because they're facing the elements. I see 1875 here. Let me see if we can see a name. This is Pearl as well. 1886 there as well, age 60. And this one as well, you can see that they're like lead writing on it. Edward Cogley, age 40, 1866, 1864 here. Who is this now? This is his daughter, Bridget, 1864. She was only 2. His wife is there as well, 1915, age 79, so very sad. A 2-year-old. 1847 on this one, aged 56, Bridget Cogley. And beside it then we've 1854, aged 33. Thanks, Sally. Thanks, Catty. Now this looks like a new headstone, but we have a 1927 on it. In memory of Catherine Sullivan, 1927, age 50, and the above Lawrence then, 1934, age 64. There's a Matthew O'Rourke, 1925, and a Felix O'Rourke, 1927. So the family has come and possibly put up a new headstone. Hi Nancy, which is always good to see. Another beautiful cross here. Yeah, there's some flowers on the older ones as well, which is lovely. 1932 there. There's a Thomas and a John. Edward Devericks. Now, 1880, aged 82, and someone has come along and tried to clean it off a bit. This is James Power, and James died in 1884. He was 74. A beautiful white one here. To the memory of Moses Cullen of Bree, June 1898, age 48. Also his child Kathleen, who died young, and his son Aidan, 1943, aged 50. Now I'm going to go around here because I've spotted this gorgeous railed one. Look at that. And someone has come along and I'd say gone over the lettering maybe. Arthur Power, 1894, age 78, erected by his son Nicholas Power. Look at that. So it's possibly been repainted, I'd imagine. In memory of Michael Dunn, 1887. And that has lost possibly a cross from the top of it. But that's a fine monument as well. And then just here we can see the newer ones as well. We've a tabletop tomb just there, and some more. These have all, it looks like someone has come in and tried to clean them. I'd love to know what they're using, because it's done a really good job. Bridget Mulligan, 1901, age 62, and her son James, 1939, age 66. And we've Richard Mulligan here, 1898, age 67, and his child Margaret died young, and his son is there as well, 1925, age 53, and another son then, Thomas, 1930, aged 81. And that one too seems to have lost the top. So I'm just going to keep walking around and see what we can find. This is in memory of James Kehoe of Currig Nabula, or Curranabula maybe, 1877, age 68, and his son is there. He was 61 when he died in 1905, and another son then, John, 1933, age 63. And somebody has come along and done, you know, the letters. I think sometimes they're going to go in and they're able to paint the old letters to make them look new, I suppose. With some gorgeous headstones along here. We'll come first to this railed one. Look at that. And at some stage I think that was possibly silver in colour. And you can see along there all the high cross, and look at that for a church. The steeple on that is absolutely gorgeous, and I think that's actually a lead that's used. Look at those. This is Catherine Kathleen Ryan, and you can see here all the flowers, some little plaques there. There's a Padre Pio plaque there, and it says Grandad, so that's Dennis then, Denny he was called, and he only passed in 2017. Look at these, and they're just beautiful. Claire O'Connor here, 2011. She was only 35, and her father then passed in 2018, aged 81. So Claire was 34, such a young age. And there's another gorgeous one. Marble for Mary Cronin, 2006, aged 71, and her husband Patrick, 2019, aged 85, and her baby son Patrick, who died in 1973, interred in Dunmanway, County Cork. Now, this is interesting. On the ground, I've just noticed O'Connor there, George here, Whelan, and I'm actually not sure why those are there. Are they possibly new plots or areas that people have bought already maybe? But look at these are all new, and they are full of flowers, little plaques, little statues. It's absolutely gorgeous. And somebody has left pine cones on this one. This is William Marr. He was 76 when he died in 1993, and his wife Mary is there as well. She died in 2001. She was 79. Hi Hazel. And this one is gorgeous as well. Look at this. Peter Shannon. And I can actually smell the fresh flowers and plants. Peter Shannon, 1994, aged 69, and his beloved wife Mary, aged 87 in 2020, so quite recent. Somebody has put a robin on this one for Patrick O'Reilly and John Sinnott and Elizabeth. And we have another robin there, so obviously bird lovers. This is the Nolan family. Lawrence died in 1969. And his parents, Lawrence and Catherine, are there, who perished. Also his friend Anthony. We have another, unfortunately, broken tomb. And I was told they are known as tabletop tombs, and it makes perfect sense. Look at this one. Look at that. That almost looks new. I can't find a date. It looks like 1855 there, and maybe 1837 there, age 61. Erected by Eleanor Cowman, it looks. Memory of her husband Richard. And then there's other people named there as well. So we see another lovely cross. Tabletop tombs, yeah. And they actually look like tables because they've the legs, the whole lot. This one then, 1927. Patrick Malloy. You see the little beautiful little cross there. That looks like 1917. Bridget. Let's have a look at this church. Isn't that gorgeous? And you can see the dark sky. Isn't it lovely? And as you can see, we have this part is kind of separate to the area I was just in. So we'll have a walk around here as well. So we seem to have a mixture of old and new in this part as well. Look at that. Dennis Aspel, he was 63 when he died in 1882, and his wife Mary is there. 1898, age 87. His son John, 1912, age 63. His granddaughter Mary Agnes Aspel, she was 43 when she died in 1931. Nicholas Aspel then died in 1936, aged 80. And Mary Aspel, 1936, age 76. Actually, you could be right. It could actually be copper. But look at the colour of it, isn't it just fabulous? Absolutely beautiful. So we have some broken tombs here. There's an 1861 on this one. In memory of his wife Catherine Whelan, alias Kehoe, who departed this life it's 1848, age 66. And then the above named John departed this life 1861, aged 80. Another high cross there. Erected by James Bryan for his father Richard, 1833, age 60. Another high cross there, and we have a few at the back as well. We have a couple of the older ones here, and that lead writing on these ones. And unfortunately the lead is coming away. It looks like 1886 there, and there's a Mary Whelan there. Maybe 19 something on that one. So from what I've seen, it's like lead letters and numbers, and they're put onto the headstone. But you know, any of them that I have found have always been, you know, they've numbers missing or letters. Isn't that beautiful? Mary Whelan, 1966. She was only 44 when she died, and her husband William was there as well. 1980 he died, he was 68. So Mary was only 44. And we have a plaque here, it says John Whelan, born an angel, 18th February 2012. That's sad. Yeah, but, you know, it has to have an effect. And then sometimes I'll find something from, you know, maybe 1770 something, and it's like it was just put up. But I've started to realise that a lot of those ones are, you know, maybe in kind of under greenery or hedging or under the trees. It's like they've been protected somewhat. This one here has a design actually on the back of it, like a cross. It's very interesting and really large headstones. Very hard to read, this one. 1836, aged 18 only. It looks like Bridget. And Bridget's mother possibly is there as well. So I'm 5'5" and that tower's over me. That one has some nice designs on it. 1865, age 64. And it looks like Moses Cullen. Yeah, this place is looked after really, really well. Really well. And you can see just the different coloured stones. It really adds to it. And we've Dad and Granddad there. Walter Joe Sinnott, 2017, and his brother is there, Stephen Stubby Sinnott, 2004. He was only 38 when he passed. And we've Dad and Granddad. We've Mother. We've beautiful plaques and trinkets on this one. Walter Sinnott, 1964, aged 84, and his wife Ellen. And her brother Walter Carley, 1977. And this is for Annie Neal, 1964, age 70, and her son Johnny. He died in 2010, age 78. They're beautiful. Actually, these flowers look like they're planted. Look at the colours of those. Almost like the Wexford colours of purple and gold. That's a beautiful headstone. A devoted husband, father and grandfather, Martin James Mert Roach, 2002, age 67. Isn't that beautiful? The colours. So as you can see, we've newer ones here. And all these fresh flowers. Bridget Kehoe, aged 57 in 1970. Also her husband, Mark. He was 74 when he died in 1985. And their grandchild died in infancy. And they are certainly not forgotten. We'll just make our way along here. We've loads on this one. We've hearts for Mam. Beautiful slate plaque there. Dear Mam. Joan and John Dunn, who died in infancy, and her mother, Joan. She died in 2009, aged 61. So we have two little babies here and their mammy. That's very sad as well. Loads of potted plants on this one. Thomas Sullivan, 1972, aged 69. His sister Elizabeth, 1974, aged 82. So she passed 2 years later. Another sister then, 5 years later, she passed, 1979, aged 72. And their brother Patrick died in the same year, just a few months after. And her brother James in 1982, aged 77. Their sister then, down at the bottom, 1989, aged 88. So brothers and sisters all passed within a short space of time of each other. That's a gorgeous one there. Isn't that beautiful? Catherine Byrne, Clonmore, Dublin, 1977, aged 80. Her husband Edward, 1979, aged 91. Their son John, 1990, aged 59. And their daughter Teresa, 2019, aged 82. A loving daughter, wife, mother and grandmother. So we have a headstone just there, if you can see it, with green stones. John Dillon and his wife Nancy. Nancy was 94 when she passed. So we walk up along this way here. So these look like all new, and there's a recent one over there as well, so I don't like to read the newer ones. These are the Breens. James Breen, 1951. Patrick Breen, 1920, and Julia Breen, 1928. And Julia actually has her grandson here as well, Patrick. He died in 1937, aged 1.5. Very sad again. Always sad to read babies and, of course, young men and women. This one here is interesting because somebody has tried to fix it up. Look at that. And you know, they didn't do a bad job at all at it, because it is here and it is standing up, and you can see it's all there all together. And I've missed a super chat, so I'm really sorry, but whoever that was, that's really appreciated, and it will go towards getting around to video more of these beautiful areas. Was it Catty? Thanks, Catty. Really appreciate it. So this place is actually, it is big. And I think I was here a few years ago, and kind of it's sad to see it now moving on, because it shows me, you know, how many more people have been buried since. And we have a photo, and an absolutely gorgeous photo, in fond remembrance of her dear brother Richard. He died in 1983, aged 56, and his brother John, 1995, aged 65. So I'm not sure whether the photo is of John or Richard, but you know, it's lovely when you see the photos. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I do like the photos because it just brings the person, you know, makes it more personalised, I suppose. And we have another photo here, and this is Bridget. And Bridget died in 2011, she was 50. Hi Jim, you're most welcome. So that's Bridget, and she's there with Richard, he died in 1992, aged 70. His son Thomas, who died in infancy, we read that a lot, guys. His wife Margaret, 2006, aged 89. And then Bridget was their daughter. She was only 50 when she died. And then their son passed in 2018, aged 68. And we have beautiful fresh flowers and gorgeous carnations here. We've Seamus Murphy here, another young man. Seamus was 32 when he died in 2003. And this one has, you know, the plants planted into it, which is absolutely gorgeous. And they will continue to grow. And we'll have a look at this statue here of our Lord on the cross. Look at that. And I'm actually not sure if overseas in cemeteries, I know in Ireland you'd always find a cross with our Lord on it. I'm not sure overseas whether you have that, but certainly in Ireland you will always find it, and it's always nice to look. That now is in very bad state. That's very sad to see it. We've actually a holly tree growing from it. So back to nature. And I suppose that's where we all go. And it's not a bad thing. Another gorgeous one here. Fortune. Richard Fortune, 2020. So this one is quite new. He was only 48. And his family very much remembered Richard. And it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Another old one. Kind of going back to where we started, guys, but we haven't looked here just yet. And that's the back of the church. And we can see it's like a stained glass window. Nanny, granddad, uncle. Mary Burney, 1942, age 60. Her husband Michael, 1962. He was 82. Their son Bernard died in 1987, age 77. And pray for the souls of Mary Roach, Thomas Boland and Bridget Boland. And we've some artificial flowers on that one. Now look at this. We've lots of little trinkets here and plaques. Angels. Dad and husband, 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 daughter, niece. So William Morrissey, fondly remembered as Willie, 2006, age 55, and his daughter Anne Marie, she died the 20th of August 2010, she was only 28. So 28, way too young. And look at this, lads, this is, look at that. We have the horse and beautiful flowers and plants on this one. Annie Roach, she died in 2003, aged 77. And we have this simple cross here. And it is still beautiful. Ellen and Sonny Burney. Another high cross here. Yeah, Ron is, I call him the boss. He is out on a league of his own. and it was Ron actually that mentored me into doing this properly, I suppose, because I was only at the very start putting up photos and stuff. And Ron said, you know, start talking, describing, and I was afraid, I suppose, at first, but now I absolutely adore it. Hey Ron, we were just talking about you. How are you? I was just telling him that you're the boss, Ron, and that you've been an amazing help to me and my channel, and I can't say thanks enough, I suppose. I absolutely adore doing this, but unfortunately for our lives, the reception is always, it's not always so good. This is Katie Power, 1991, aged 72, and her two sons. We've Seamus and Sylvester, and they died in infancy. Her husband John is there, 2010, aged 92. And we've some fresh flowers and plants here. I'm telling you, Ron, it's meant to be. It's absolutely meant to be. This is Garrett Laffin. He only died in 2017. And look at this, we have a tractor on this one. And we have some beautiful potted plants here as well. And that's actually becoming more and more popular as I find, I mean, you can leave fresh flowers, but I suppose the pots just grow and grow over time. And this is unusual now. It's for John Donoghue, 1993, and his sister Martina. And usually we would see that the plots would be only half the length of this one. But look at this. I probably won't even fit it all in. This is easily double in length. So very interesting. And we have an absolutely stunning one just here, Vera Donoghue. And you can see the marble here. Vera Donoghue, she was 61 when she passed in 2018. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. And we have a robin here, and it looks like a little fox just behind a stone, and the stone says Nana. And don't you just know that Vera was a great Nana and a great mum. And it just goes to show when you see so much flowers on a grave like that. So guys, do you think it's copper on the church there? It's absolutely beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. And it's obviously newly done, I suppose. And we see the railed one again here. And thanks, Ron. The railed ones, I suppose, are probably my favourite. And those little iron crosses as well. We have a little timber one here. I think it's timber, yeah, it's timber. All on its own. Anything on this at all? Looks like MY maybe. And down here at the bottom actually. And the torch is probably, oh well, James Doyle, who died anybody make that out? It looks like aged, is it 9 years? 25th day of July, and it's 1932, and somebody has tried to designed the top of it as well, so it's all etched by hand, and it's great that they've remembered him. We have another rail here, but I don't see any marker or anything in there. So I'm not sure whether that's empty or just time has gone past and maybe the plaque is gone altogether or it's been removed. This is Mary Ann Reeves, 1950, aged 83, and her son John, 1963, aged 54, and her son Joseph, 1979, aged 68. And we have flowers on that one as well. So we have a cross on the back of this one. Let me see. 1876, aged just 28. So we can see all the gorgeous windows there, beautiful stained glass, and all those high crosses. And there's quite a lot here. So I think we've managed to take in a good lot of graves here and remember them all. So guys, the premiere's tonight. If you can at all make it, that would be amazing. It'll be my second premiere, and I think the first one went well. So I think it's 11:30 tonight, Irish time. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much. God bless, and talk to you soon.